on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And a short pickup past the 25. Second down and 8. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First down throw for Carr. This one on target to Olave. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Carr working out of the gun. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Off the play fake. Here's Carr. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Now, Carr. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
First and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Higbee. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Stafford now to throw on first down. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Rams.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Second down, Carr. That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Saints first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and 7. In motion is Hill. Play action now. It's Carr. That is caught. What a throw. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Saints will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Open man is Robinson. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, LA.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
1st down, Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Stafford to throw again. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2nd down, it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Stafford now on 2nd down. Kupp brings it in left side. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. On 3rd and goal, Mike, they make an interesting decision. They keep the ball on the ground, thinking they have enough power up front to just push this one in. Instead, they find themselves going backwards, brings up 4th down.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Cup in motion. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Stafford will throw here on 3rd and 1. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stafford. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll go again with Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
The motion man is Nakua. On the give, it's Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Carr now on 2nd down. He'll get that one to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Carr working out of the gun. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New Orleans.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
First down throw for Carr. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. In motion is Hill. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He's got his man, that's Olave. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Carr. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. That's caught by Hill. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Carr now to throw on first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Back is Carr. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Carr. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to him with another drive here. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This one is caught by Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Stafford now on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Open man is Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford to throw again. And he's in. Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, L.A. Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more, and he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Olave is the motion man. On first and 10, Carr. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Carr. Pass is caught by Olave. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Carr from the gun on third. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the second time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Off play action, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll come up on a second down and 8. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Here we go.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's third down and a few inches. Out of the gun, Stafford. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up fourth down. So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. Cedric Wilson back to receive. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll go play action with Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
2nd down, Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, Carr. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stafford. taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And that is hauled in on the right sideline, right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Staff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go with Williams. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. There's that man again, another catch.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Punt team headed out for the Rams as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and Everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Open man down the field. It's Olave. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
In motion is Hill. On the handoff, it's Kamara. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a second down throw from Carr. That one into the hands of Hill. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead down to 4.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Here's 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Canadian-born Nathan Shepard. They're on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll get this out to the left flat. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throwing again is Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. First and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. To the left side, into the hands of Olave. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. To throw, it's Carr. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Carr to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for three, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. The pass caught right side by Higbee. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Rams first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll try the right side with Williams. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
The Rams punting unit coming out. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. On 1st and 10, Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, that's Johnson. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
In motion is Hill. They'll run. It's Kamara. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Carr working out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Saints first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
On first down, Carr. He'll get this out to his running back. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. Big play coming up. This is third down. Here's Carr. He's going to take a shot down the field. He is in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Significant moment here for the Saints as they will try the two-point conversion. A run here with Kamara. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game is tied.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. To throw is Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a handoff to Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Stafford now. Over the middle, it's Kupp. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The motion man is Nakua. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Stafford. It's complete. He's got Kupp. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And if he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A give, and here comes Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Paulson Adebo, the good coverage, gets his hand in there to knock it away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
His kick is good. He got it. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Carr now. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Open man down the field. It's Olave. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Olave is the motion man. First down throw for Carr. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll go play action with Carr. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Carr. He's got his man. That's Olave. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
To throw, it's Carr. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now, Carr. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Groupie now, on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And this is going to be a Rams first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, right back to Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
There's that man again. Another catch.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Stafford. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Stafford to throw again. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll take this down to about the 15. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Now, this looks like a design run.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That's taken in. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a let.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Rams go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and Chris Olave getting ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Saints will punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch called, and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense, running back Kyron Williams, ready to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That is caught! And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Shaheed in motion. Carr now to throw on first down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Carr now on second down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On first down, Carr. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. It is second down and 5. To throw is Carr. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's first down. Carr working out of the gun. And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
In motion is Hill. Second down, Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Carr. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal. Carr to throw. That one incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Second and goal. Carr now. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. And now, third and goal coming up.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game. And now the lineup for the onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.